Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be continuing our AR15 build series. Last week we went ahead and put our trigger and our hammer in. This week we're going to be putting in our safety, which also requires us to put in our pistol grip. So we're going to be doing kind of a twofer this week the same way we did last week. As you know, I'm calling this build basically my tack pack build because 99% of the parts that are coming in here are from tack packs that I've got in the past. So not one company is in here 2 times, I believe. I'm pretty sure. So thank you to Tac Pack for existing. This is not sponsored, although I wish it was. But let's just jump right into the build. Let me show you guys what we're gonna need today and what I'm using. So today we're gonna need 3 things. You're gonna need your safety selector lever. Now, again, this is from battlearms Badass Pro. This is an ambidextrous safety. I'm not a fan of ambidextrous safeties only because I'm right-handed and not wrong-handed. So there's really no need for me to flick a safety on and off with my left hand unless I'm, switching shoulders for whatever reason. But even then, whenever I'm switching, I don't know. I just use my index finger. So it's weird. And for me personally, especially with FN weapons, the M4A1 is the safety gets in the way really bad. But the secondary safety on this guy is super tiny. So it's a free safety. It's an ambidextrous safety, and the secondary safety that would be for my left hand seems to be small and out of the way, so hopefully it's not a big deal. But that's what I'm using. Battlearms Badass Pro. That's what I'm going with there. Then for my pistol grip, I have an adaptive tactical LTG lightweight tactical grip. This is basically like a skeleton grip. It's actually kind of cool, seems pretty cool. Now, one thing I have been noticing is that this grip is just a hair too small for my low receiver, but not because it's not meant for the weapon. You can kind of see that inside the little teeth things that go around the low receiver itself, they're inward a little bit. So I'm gonna get a heat gun, see if I can spread those out a little bit, but that's what I'm using. Okay, so as I said before, this is what I'm using a skeletonized grip, which is pretty cool. But very first thing we're gonna worry about is our safety. Now, it doesn't really matter what safety you have, but it should have all the parts in there for you. A little spring, the detent to make the safety selector work, the tool that it's gonna need in order to screw everything in. And obviously, as we know, our safety's gonna go in this big old hole right here. The spring and the detent are gonna go in this little hole right there, which is then housed by the actual pistol grip. Does that make sense to everybody? Safety's gonna be first. Pistol grip will house the safety, and you'll see what I mean in a second. Well, that's cute. It comes with a little sticker. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. Let's get this guy out of here. Battlearms Badass Pro. So, I've never used ambidextrous safeties before outside of the military, so this is going to be a little bit different. So this is going to be my main safety, right? The big guy here. And so, you're going to almost screw counterclockwise. Not almost. You will screw counterclockwise, almost like you're trying to take it out. Okay, so once I'm going to just kind of guesstimate here. But I've got this guy in place, locked in. And in order to get this guy through your little safety mechanism, you're gonna need to lock your hammer down, and it'll give you the room to slide everything through. So all you're gonna do is, if you have one of these aftermarket safeties, you're just going to kind of play around and figure out which way it needs to go, which is what I literally just did. But if you have a regular safety, it doesn't matter. You just pop that boy in and there it is. So when it's on safe, pull the trigger, nothing happens, put it on fire, pull the trigger, boom, there goes your hammer. Okay, just like that. So then you're gonna go to the other side, slide that bad boy in place, and then same way, turn counterclockwise until it locks in with itself. Now, if you notice, this is very flimsy. So what happens is, your detent will go in point first. So as you can see, here's I'll put this against the yellow background there, if it stops rolling. You can see there's a pointy end and a flat end. The pointy end goes in first, and then goes your spring. And your spring goes in just like that. And this is where your pistol grip comes into play. Now, one thing I have noticed with my pistol grip is that when you go to put this on, it is way too skinny right here. So it needs to, I'm gonna try to heat this up and spread these guys out a little bit. So hang on. And I'm an absolute genius. So just like that, this guy goes into place here. So just like that, you place your spring in place there. And then your pistol grip will come with a screw and a washer. And obviously the washer goes on just like this. And then your screw drops in underneath, and this is where things get kind of tricky. So you put that in there, and you find the hole, and you just screw away. And there is your beautiful pistol grip and your safety. And then once you put that in, it actually stays in place. It doesn't go back and forth. So there's your safety, and when the hammer is in the forward position, it should not be going to safe. Do kind of like a half function check there. Put the hammer down, place it on safe, pull the trigger. As you can see, nothing's happening. I just don't like dry firing, so I'm just holding this guy down. But as you can see, pulling the trigger, nothing happened. Place it on fire, and hammer goes forward. There it is. Okay, and just like that, we've got our pistol grip and our safety selector lever installed. So anytime your safety selector lever breaks, you do have to take off the pistol grip and redo all those steps. So be sure to come back to this video if you need a step-by-step guide on how to do that. Sorry for the camera angles. This was brand new to me, doing an ambidextrous safety that's not Colt or FN. This was actually pretty cool, so I'm excited to try these guys out. But if you're not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. That way, anytime a video pops up, you'll be notified of that new video. And we're gonna continue on with the build series. Next week, we're gonna be putting on our buttstock and every component that goes along with the buttstock.